Hello everyone! Today's video is going to be a Pan That Palette update. Last month was the intro, and now we're in the first update. I cannot believe it has been a month already since I told you guys that I wanted to do a Pan That face palette on this Coverfx Perfector face palette in the shade light to medium. Long discontinued. I originally got this in a BoxyCharm years ago, and I want to finish this up. That is the main goal, to use up every single pan of product in here except for the more bronzy like highlighter. I did work on this palette back in 2024, and in my intro I did show you guys progress photos of what happened in 2024. Then I took a break and I did finish 5 in 2025. In 2025, where 3 out of the 5 products were singular blush, bronzer, and highlights, and unfortunately only 1 of those got finished. Without watching my intro, I think my original goal was just to use it 15 times, which is about half the month. It doesn't bother me to wear the same blush, bronzer, and highlights day to day. Like, it doesn't really bother me all that much, but I do still want to give the collection I have some love. So I don't use this every day, but I use it pretty damn close. So out of 31 days in January, I did use it 17 days worth, and then I am tracking use per pan. So overall, this palette got 17 uses in the month of January, and unfortunately, it did not change in any weight. I wanted to do weights on this because I thought, because there are so many products in here and I'm using it for multiple steps in my routine, I would see some weight progress. But unfortunately, January and February's updates, I'm at 162 grams or 5.71 ounces. So unfortunately, this hasn't moved at all, but hopefully next month it will. I want to show you guys a photo of what it looked like last month in comparison to what it looks like now. So this is what my palette is currently looking like in comparison to last month's photos. I have not seen last month's photos, so I have no clue what differences it has. I do think I did expand the pan in the 3 pans that I do already have. I have yet to hit a pan in the blush or the blushy highlight. I am not using this powder. But unfortunately, I did not hit pan on those 2 products, but I am feeling soon. When I was trying to hit pan on the bronzer, it did not seem like I was making any progress until I got right before pan. So, and it's been expanding pan quite nicely. Eventually, I am thinking of putting together the bronzer and the finishing powder, since for me, and because of how pale I am, I do mix them together. I want to share with you guys all the uses that I got on each individual shade. So on bronzy powder, the bronzy highlighter, I did not use that a single time. I highly doubt I will be reaching for this. Maybe I'll dabble in with it a couple times in the summer, but I really am not focusing on the shade. This highlighter up here, I used it a total of 14 times. I use it as an actual highlighter like I am today, or I use it as an inner corner highlight. I am wearing it as an inner corner highlight today because the palette that I'm currently using there's no shades that are really that great as an inner corner shade. So that is what I've been using this for, and I do think this has expanded some pan, but there's still a lot of product in there. Then the blush highlighter, I use that a total of 8 times. I don't use this every single time I wear the blush, and then sometimes I do use this on top of other blushes. So this is only getting 8 uses. Still is kind of low for me, I think, but I would like to get some more use on these blushes, especially since I do not already have pan in them. The bronzer down here, I did use a total of 16 times. For the most part, I do use it with this neighboring shade, and I used this 15 times. I wanted to try the bronzer out once on its own. I think I should be able to use this on its own like in the summertime, but I do like to pair it with the neighboring color because I am so fair and I do not do an overly bronzed look on a daily basis. So I use this one 16 times, I use the finishing powder 15 times, and I only use this powder to kind of dye down the bronzer. The last and final shade is the matte blush, and I use this a total of 10 times. I do have quite a few blushes in other project pans, so I've been trying to give this some love, and using this 10 out of the 17 times I've used this palette, I think that is pretty good. Let me know down below, are you panning a face palette? Are you panning blush, bronzer, and highlights, like singularly? This project, I really am hopeful that I am very successful in. And my goal for next month, I think a realistic goal is for me to just continue to get 15 uses. I would really like to get, at bare minimum, 10 uses each for each product, except for the bronzy shade. Because I do really want to hit pan on this, and I can feel it. It is like right there. I can feel it. It is so close, but it is a really pretty shade there. Also, I wanted to tell you guys about my hand situation. Was it a get ready with me or something? Maybe it was this intro. I have no idea. But in a video, I was talking about my hands and how incredibly dry and like irritated they are. Well, a lot of you guys told me in the comments to kind of sleep with gloves on and put cream or like oils and whatever on my hands to kind of replenish them. I did do that last night. So my hands physically do not feel dry and crepey and like scaly. They do not physically feel that way. But can you see the red? And maybe the lights are all like dyeing them out. But it is all red and irritated all around here. Can you see? It is horrendous. My hands feel very, very sad. They are a little swollen as well. When I took a picture of them, I'm like, wow, they're looking a little plump. I took a picture to show my sister earlier, and they were looking a little plump. So I don't really know what's going on with the hands. A lot of you guys had a lot to say on it the last time. So I wanted to give you guys an update that I did do the overnight trick. So my hands physically do not feel dry, but they're still very irritated, and they're not happy with me. It has been like 0 degrees Fahrenheit, dabbling into some negatives, which my skin doesn't like. I get this in the winter. I get heat rash in the summer. I can't win. I don't like both ends of the spectrum. My body dislikes it. But hand tangent aside, this palette, I really do like this palette. Palette still performs well, and I have not had any issues with any of the powders on my face. I haven't been breaking out any on my cheek area, so that is good. I was worried because of how old this is. It is old, okay? It's like 6, maybe 7 years old. It's old. And I was really worried that because of how old these are, it'd start breaking my skin out. I have not had any issues with it, and I will continue to use this palette, you know, for the foreseeable future. But overall goal, 15 days worth of using this, and I would like to use every single shade at least 10 times. Really, I don't have a problem with the 10 uses on the highlight or the bronzer or even the finishing powder. I'm more focused on those blushes. I really want to hit pan on them. I really want to start seeing some nice expansion, and I can't do that if I'm not using it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's update. It is short, but I feel like most of these updates are going to be short. I don't have much to say. There is only realistically 5 powders that I'm talking about and that I am updating you on. So if you guys enjoy Pan That Palette, Pan That Face Palette, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do have an entire Project Pan playlist. I will leave that down below. It is by year, so the only thing currently in my 2026 Project Pan playlist is all my intros. If you guys enjoyed today's video, I highly recommend you subscribe, like this video, hype it up so more people can find it, and comment down below pretty much anything. I love talking to you guys down there, and I love you guys so much. You have no freaking clue. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I shall see you guys next time.